Welcome back to Digital Champions on Daily Ad Brief. I'm your host, Mike White, and on Digital Champions, we are meeting with the experts in the media space, talking about tips, tricks, trends, and the technologies they're using to help their customers grow their business. Join us today from New York. We have Eder Holguin with Higher Intelligence. Welcome to the program.
Hey, thank you so much for having me.
So happy Crazy Monday. We appreciate you coming on, and tell me a little bit about your company and what you guys do.
Sure. So Higher Intelligence is a multi-channel marketing platform. We build a platform with the idea of allowing brands to reach customers, mostly on a performance basis, and be able to reach across multiple different channels. So we tackle a lot of the difficulties for new brands, which is testing multiple channels on a performance basis. So we run things like social media, programmatic, email, and then placements like content marketing placements, native, all in one single dashboard. Managing multiple streams of traffic and different sources becomes incredibly expensive and challenging for new brands specifically. So we solve that problem by providing a one single place for all your media buying.
So what's the biggest change that you see customers making in the next 12 to 24 months in terms of how they market to their customers?
Yeah, I think one of the biggest challenge has to do with new emerging technology. There's a lot of different new social media platforms. You see the rise of TikTok. You see a lot of the custom native platforms that are coming on these days. As new technologies emerge, it becomes incredibly difficult for new brands to be able to allocate budget effectively and be able to reach their audiences across all these different channels. As it is right now, you have the challenges with SEO, content marketing, programmatic, social media. You continue to add additional channels as new technology emerges, and it becomes a really difficult thing for brands to be able to do that across all these different channels.
What is your unique selling proposition to the customers that you represent?
So there's two unique selling propositions that we provide. One is a multi-market channel approach, a lot of these different channels in one dashboard. And then the second is the idea that we are heavily involved in performance marketing. So a lot of the companies, even if they spend money on paid programmatic on other placements, we always keep in mind metrics like customer acquisition cost and lifetime value of consumers to be able to provide very clear ROI for brands.
So if you had to look at the biggest pain point in the industry when it comes to programmatic buying right now, what is your pain point?
I think is understanding audiences. Most brands do not really understand their ideal audience. They have a basic idea of who they are. So when you don't understand your audience, you don't understand your unique value proposition, and you don't have a map out customer journey, you tend to spend a lot of money just chasing different ideas. And those three things need to be in place when you're doing programmatic media buying. You need to have a very clear sense of the audiences that you're reaching. You need to have a very clear value proposition for those audiences. And you need to have a very clear sense of how your customer journey is built, because you only have a few seconds of their attention to be able to drive them to your side and be able to get them to take action. So when those three things are there, it's actually very simple to run programmatic media. When you're missing one of those parts, you're going to run into pain points. Maybe you get the wrong audiences, you spend a lot of money on audiences that are not a good fit. Maybe you drive a lot of traffic to your website, but it's not converting. Or in some cases, you actually have a lot of these different parts misaligned. So having those three things in place are probably the biggest pain point for brands.
When it comes to working with programmatic or DSPs, what attributions or reporting capabilities are important to your firm and your customers?
So we try to map out different reports. So you have engagement metrics like impressions and click-through rates. Some of those are important, but then more important than that, understanding more different types of attribution like geolocation, device retargeting, things like click-to-conversion rates, and see how people are reacting to different creative sets, how they're reacting on different devices. All these things are going to give you great insights in terms of optimization for creatives, for landing pages, as well as for customer journey.
Well, I appreciate you coming on the program today and sharing your insights with us. So thank you very much. And we look forward to actually having you back on talking more about the programmatic and digital changes in the marketplace. So thank you so much for your time.
Thank you so much, Mike. I appreciate it.
To find out more about Hire Intelligence and all the amazing things they could do to help your company grow, visit us at dailyadbrief.com. We'll see you next time on Digital Champions.